Hey everybody, what's up? This is Cam from Danomics. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Danomics' new Assisted Tops Picker to rapidly build out your stratigraphy. So in this project, we've gone through and we've picked out most of the major formation tops. So you can see here we've got, Teapot, Parkman, Sussex, Shannon, Niobrara. But when we were going through on our first pass, we actually missed the Maori formation. The Maori, it's a pretty cool organic shell play that some companies have been chasing successfully up in the Powder River Basin. So we need to go through and break this out so we can do an analysis on it. Now, normally what you'd have to do is pull up your cross section and click from well to well to well. Um, you're going to give yourself carpal tunnel if you do that across a big number of wells. So here at Danomics, we've been trying to think of ways to make that easier. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to add a new top. So I'm just going to create a new formation. We're going to call this the Maori. We're going to add that top. I'm going to zoom in here so I can get that right where I want it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here to the top right and I'm going to turn on my assisted tops picker, and already you'll see that it is making our first guess here, and all I have to do is hit the tab button to accept, and it is picking along well to well, and it's just going to pick out our tops for us. We get to accept these tops, and we can just come through, and you can see all I'm doing here is just clicking the tab button. Now it's jumped along a couple of wells here because we've got to the end of the screen, but we'll just continue selecting our tops here. And if one of these tops, gets off track, so here it ran into a spot where it can't really detect the Maori, so we're going to just skip over a few of these wells here, and then we'll come back and we can just manually add a top here. So we're gonna add our own Maori here, and then we can get back over here to where the section is more continuous again, and we're going to reactivate our automatic tops picking. And once again, we're going to have this continue just to pick out our stratigraphy. So you can see now that we have done this across a pretty reasonable number of wells already. So we're gonna continue here. I'm gonna pick just a couple of these manually, and then when we get back over here once again to where it continues, we're going to have it start doing the tops picking again. And you can see this is incredibly fast. It can essentially pick these about as fast as I can hit the tops button. But of course, this is a hybrid human in the loop type of solution. And we do this because, auto tops aren't always going to get things correct for you. And here we can see now that we have picked out all the wells in our formation. So, this is a way that we let you stay in control while also picking out a large number of tops very quickly. We're going to come back over here. I'm going to cancel my capture on this. And in the Niobrara formation, we've actually got a couple of different subzones in here that we could break out. So, we could do the same thing here, and this is a really effective tool for delineating subzones. So I'm going to come in here and, let's say we wanted to add a new top, and we're going to call this the, Niobrara A, let's say. If we wanted to come in and add that, look at what it's doing here. It's already giving us that top pick, and it allows us to break out this stratigraphy quite quickly. And if I don't really like the pick, I can always come over here and update that, and then it's going to start learning off of our new subdivision in here. So it's a really, really powerful tool, and it's adaptive too. So if you see the stratigraphy, changing across an area, you can have the system adapt to that by providing a little bit of manual guidance in there. All right, well, I hope that you find this as useful as I have. It's really helped me go through and pick a lot of tops really quickly. If you want to learn more, just hit us up at sales@danomics.com, or if you're already a Danomics customer, shoot us a note at support@danomics.com, and we'll get you up and picking using this new assisted tops picking technology in a flash. All right, happy interpreting, everybody.